Margarita glasses are one of my favorite Dollar Tree glassware items to craft with, and in this video I'm going to show you 10 all-season and/or Christmas ideas. And since as of this filming, the Christmas and gift-giving season will soon be upon us, let's kick things off with a cute and clever but inexpensive gift idea. I found these great single-serve margarita drink packets on Amazon for about $2 a box when bought as a pack of 3. They come 6 to a box, and I decided to pair them with these chili lime peanuts that I got from Dollar Tree. A Dollar Tree salt shaker filled with Dollar Tree kosher salt and tied with a green bow makes the perfect finishing touch. I'll share more gift ideas later in this video, but for now let's jump into some craft DIYs. For the first project, I'll also need a cylinder vase, and you typically see these in either the 7 or 9-inch size, and either one of those will work for this project, but I like it so much I'm going to go ahead and make both. I will also be using 2 bamboo placemats. I like to use these a lot in crafting, and I usually find them at places like Ross or Marshall's, where they come in packs of 4 and usually cost about $5 for the pack. And then all I need to do is cut them down to length, so I'm going to cut one of the placemats to be 7 inches long and the other to be 9 inches long. Next, I will attach the cut placemats to the vases with some E6000 glue all around the vase, concentrating on the area where I will be attaching the one end of the placemat, and I'll also add some hot glue to this spot as well. I will then add some more hot glue to the end of the placemat that's already attached, and then wrap the other end around, securing it to the other side. And then it's just a matter of sliding your margarita glass right into the vase and adding a candle. And then here you can see that margarita glass will work in both the 9 and the 7-inch vase. The two look beautiful together, offering a sleek, modern, and elegant look. And this project can be easily adapted for holiday decor looks by either using holiday placemats or fabrics, or decoupaging using scrapbook paper. The margarita glass insert can also be painted to coordinate with your covering choice. For the next project, I'll again be using the feature item and also another cylinder vase, but this time a bigger, wider one. Now, I happen to have this one on hand, but I know that Walmart sells these larger cylinder vases for about $5. After prepping the glassware by washing and then wiping with vinegar, I began to add some of this painter's tape around the bottom of the vase. For the first row, I lined up the tape along the bottom edge of the vase. I then added a second row above the first, being careful to get it right up close to the edge of the first tape strip, but not to overlap. I then went back and removed the first strip of tape. Doing this created a nice even section for me to now paint. And then next I'm going to paint both the bottom of the vase and the margarita glass with this folk art enamels in the color metallic gold. And I just wanted to show you that this paint will require multiple coats, and don't be alarmed if your first coat looks all scraggly like this. This is what it's supposed to look like. But then once it's done and the tape is removed and the glass has been attached to the bottom, this is what it looks like. Now, since this is a transparent paint, it does take about 5 coats, and spray paint could be used here, but I do like the little bit of texture the brush gives. For the fourth project, I'll be using 2 margarita glasses, as well as one of the small globe vases from Dollar Tree, and then one of these candle plates. This one I actually got from Walmart, but Dollar Tree also sells a slightly larger version. Next, I'm going to glue these all together, starting with one of the margarita glasses at the bottom, turned upside down. Then the globe vase will go on top of that, and then I'll put a right side up margarita glass and finishing it off with the pillar candle holder. For the glue, I'll be using both E6000 and hot glue. I use both because E6000 gives the permanent hold, while hot glue holds it in place while the E6000 sets up. Otherwise, E6000 tends to slide. So first I'll apply a good amount of the E6000 to the bottom of the margarita glass, and then dot with some hot glue. Next, I'll take the globe vase and place it on the margarita glass and hold for a few seconds while that hot glue cools. I'll then repeat the process for the next 2 layers. Next, I'm going to accent the piece with these faux pearl beads. I'm going to do this by adding some E6000 to the crease between where the globe vase and the glass meet, and then I'll put a little bit of hot glue on the pearl before attaching. In addition to that first row of pearls, I added a second row of pearls in the crease at the bottom of the globe vase, and a third row in the crease between the top of the margarita glass and the candle plate. To thicken up the glass stem a bit, I decided to use a piece of that bamboo placemat from the first project. I cut it to size and then wrapped it around and glued it into place. Next, I'm going to paint the entire piece with this Waverly chalk paint in the color Hazelnut. I also wanted to mention that when painting in between the pearls, I made sure to add enough water to the paint in order to thin it to get into all those little nooks and crannies. I just want to mention here again that after just one coat, this will look like a hot mess. It will, like the other, require multiple coats of paint. Now this is after 3 coats, and now I'm going to accent with ivory chalk paint, and I'll do that in 2 different ways. First, I'm going to thin the chalk paint with water until it's pretty runny, and I'll be using this thin paint on the pearls and in the area that I put the piece of placemat. I want it extra runny so that I can get into all the crevices, but then I'm going to quickly wipe it off the surface so as not to cover that too much. For the other parts of the candlestick, I'm going to use the same ivory chalk paint, but this time I'm not going to dilute it, and I'll dry brush it from the previously painted accent parts to the center of the remaining areas. And then here's how it all comes together, a beautiful all-season piece that will also easily complement any holiday decor. This next project is quick and easy and simply combines our star material and a plate holder, again using E6000, and then I took the whole piece outside and painted it with black spray paint. The result is a simple but elegant elevated plate holder, which is shown here with fall decor, but can be used easily year-round or to complement other holiday decor. For project number 6, I took a Dollar Tree pie pan, and after washing it and wiping it with vinegar, I began dabbing on some dark gray craft paint using a plastic shopping bag as an applicator. Once I applied the dark gray paint to the outside and inside of the pan, I switched over to a lighter gray paint and repeated the process. And then this is what it looked like when both paints were applied. Before painting the margarita glass, I wanted to add a votive candle holder to the base of the glass, and so I just again applied it with E6000 glue, and then once that was dried, I'm going to paint the glass and the votive both with a mixture of half spackle and half craft paint. As that was drying, I created some flowers for my pie pan by sticking stems into a round foam. I then took the lid from a jar candle and glued it to the top of the foam. And then here is how the painted margarita glass came out, and you can see how that spackle really adds some wonderful texture. And then it's just a matter of attaching the 2 pieces together with some E6000. And then here you can see how I added some orange berries to create a beautiful piece for fall, but those can easily be changed out throughout the year to fit the holiday or season. However, for project number 7, we are taking a decidedly Christmas turn, and for this project I'll be using one of these Dollar Tree tinsel trees, but it's actually the frame underneath that I want. Then I'm going to paint both the tree frame and the glass with this gold spray paint. Next, I took some colorful Dollar Tree Christmas balls, and for the first one I wedged it way up there in the top, and then I added more balls, gluing them in place as I went. I mixed and matched the colors and the sizes of the balls as I filled the container. And then once the tree frame was completely filled, I glued the 2 pieces together with, you guessed it, some E6000 glue. And then there you have it, a festive Christmas decor piece reminiscent of those sold in high-end stores. For project number 8, we're going retro, and I took the inspiration from this adorable bottle brush tree, and I wanted to match the blue on the ornaments, so I mixed these 2 different colors of craft paint. Next, I added some water to thin the paint and gave it a good mix. Then I wanted to coat the inside of the glass with the thin paint, so I began swirling it around the glass until the inside was covered, and then tapped the glass on a covered surface to remove the excess paint. Next, I used the same paint to paint the stem and base of the glass. To create a false bottom for the glass, I cut a piece of cardboard into a round shape, and then cut another piece of cardboard and rolled it up to create a support for that false bottom. I then painted the round with some white craft paint and sprinkled some fake snow on the paint while it was still wet. To create a mercury glass finish, I used some metallic silver spray paint that I sprayed on the glass, but then quickly dabbed off to create that effect. I repeated the process for the stem and the base. I then placed the faux snow-covered false bottom into the glass and decorated it with the retro style ornaments that I got from Walmart. And then here's how it turned out, a fun and festive retro Christmas piece. And speaking of fun and festive, here are the other quick, easy, and inexpensive gift items I promised at the beginning of this video. Again, using a margarita glass, I took a piece of cellophane paper and placed it inside the glass, then picked up some of these chocolate truffles at Aldi, which have typically been rather inexpensive at about $3 a bag, in this beautiful green color. I placed the candy into the cellophane and then wrapped it up from there using one of these beautiful mini ornaments from Walmart as the finishing touch. Another gift option would include picking up one of these faux wicker style baskets from Dollar Tree, adding a Dollar Tree cutting board to the back, and then 2 margarita glasses to each side, a bottle of margarita mix that I picked up at Walmart in the center, and then inside the glasses I put 2 bags of the chili lime nuts. Well, I hope you have had as much fun as I have with these margarita glass craft and gift ideas. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please check out one of these videos here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.